Nothing happens to you. Everything happens for you. Now, I wouldn't have understood that if someone told me as a kid. See, for most of my life, I felt like I didn't fit in, like I was bigger than my body, as if it couldn't properly contain my soul. And every now and then, little bits of it would leak out, and other people would see it and freak out, and eventually they'd leave. For most of my life, I've been called weird. As a kid, that word was burned into my brain as if it was permanently seared, so for many years, I secretly feared that people would see my weird. For many years, I can remember coming home and crying because I didn't have any friends, hoping that maybe that's where the sadness would end. But what I didn't know then was that a new terrible habit was about to begin because my feelings were stopped by the cork in the bottle that I put them in, as I was simply told to grow thicker skin. So instead of screaming out loud, I just screamed from within. But a perfect solution sounds like a win-win. But do you know what happens when something ferments for too long? Well, eventually it blows up. Then, all of a sudden, those bottled feelings start to show up, and I wrestled with them trying to tell them that I've grown up, but they just yelled back trying to tell me to own up, to accept my childhood fate, and the fact that my life I helped co-create, and each choice from free will has established and shaped the very soul and the person that stands here today. Turns out that sneaky solution was more like a win-lose. Because I learned much later on that I could choose how to deal with the emotional abuse, and so when I turned 18, I was introduced to a new set of friends and allies, otherwise known as booze. But I was confused. For a while, it kept me fairly amused, though like makeup, there's only so much you can do to disguise the discoloration of an obvious bruise. But I refused to let go of this sorry excuse because when I was a kid, I got picked on a lot. It felt like I was someone that maybe God had forgot, like who was I to fill this human slot on this planet surrounded by an endless unfolding plot. It was scary because I felt I had to go it alone, and I didn't have any idea of which direction to go, so I wandered a bit lost for a couple decades or so, but what I didn't know is that all along on my zigzag road, I was planting seeds that I could someday sow, so maybe I just wanted to see how far I could take it before I explode. But usually, the death of one thing brings life to another. So instead of slowly letting that part of me die, I decided that I would smother. So I sought the help that I needed and I began to recover. And what I discovered is that nothing happens to you, everything happens for you. And no matter how you choose to heal from what you go through is entirely up to you. But please do remember, we all have boo-boos. We all have endured childhood traumas. Each one of us has mothers and fathers. We are all neighbors, siblings, sons, and daughters. And whether you were picked on and bullied or your whole family was slaughtered, you could still drown in 2 inches of water. See, we are all one and the same. We are all here to win the same game. So no matter which character for this life that you chose to play, our souls will always remain. And in that sense, we are all the same. So show love and be love, and that's all I have to say.